Hello, lovely early start today. Got some more gravel being delivered this morning, and hopefully I'll be able to get a plate compactor for tomorrow, and we'll get this really bedded in. It's looking pretty good. It's not flooded. There's still some low spots that we'll address before we put the gravel down, but both of us will be down there today, so got 2 pairs of hands. I'm sure we'll get through it just fine. So the site's looking pretty good now, pretty flat. And we're going to start spreading the gravel out. But before we do that, we're going to look at where the cabin's going to go, the bathroom. And we're going to get the area just kind of cleared for that. We will put gravel down there, but it doesn't need to be compacted or anywhere near as thick as the rest of it. It's just to kind of hold together better underfoot. It will be here-ish. That's where the bathroom will be. So we'll just clear this whole strip as wide as we can make it, get that area sorted. We're hoping to get started on the bathroom this month in April. We've got Easter, Good Friday and Anzac Day as well, so we've got a load of public holidays all in a row, and we've taken the week off in between them, so we've got whatever it is, 10 days for the price of 3, so making use of that. And yeah, hopefully if we're ready to go, we can get the materials in, we can start building that thing this month, which would be super exciting. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think we can work with that. Now we'll start pushing this around. Try and get ready for compacting tomorrow. Bloody tractor's just cut out. Just when we need it the most, as always. I've been at it for about an hour and a half, and I just can't get it to go. I got it running for about 5 seconds and it just cut out again. Back to standard programming, huh? Alright, so Luce has built the pad for the container. I'll come back and tamp that down by hand tomorrow. Now we're not going to have the compactor. Now we've just kind of strewn this over the rough area that the shower block will be, the bathroom. That'll just stop it from swamping up underfoot. Obviously most of this will be under the shack, so no need to really compact this down. Right, it's now the Sunday, and got a couple of tools to have a look at the tractor, but I think it's just going to be a diagnosis day rather than a fixing it day. So I got it to kind of go, kind of got a splutter out of it, but then it just immediately died. It just feels like the fuel's weak. I hope it's not the fuel pump itself, because they're not cheap. Get the rocker cover off and check the valves and just see how they are. All right, all in spec now. They're a little bit out, but quite disappointing that they're all fairly close. So I was kind of hoping that one would be wildly out and that would explain why we're having these issues, but not the case. I just gave it a quick run, just put a couple of scoops down. As I say, this isn't high priority anymore. We kind of missed our window, which was this weekend, but I just wanted to make sure that the tractor was still running fine. Seems to be now. I'm not convinced it was the valves personally. I still think it's a fuel issue. It took a while to get running and it was pretty lumpy, and then I just kind of gently knocked on the fuel pump and it seemed to kind of roar a little bit. So I think the stop solenoid is perhaps sticking or not quite engaging or disengaging. If it just means giving it a quick knock whenever it starts to kind of splutter a bit, we can live with that until we get this done. I'm gonna start hand tamping the site for the container and get those 4 corners level. All right, the rain's rolling in, but I got the pad done. Nudging room as well, so when the container comes up we can kind of shift the sleeper, make sure it all lines up nicely. But it's square and it's flat, so it should do the trick. This is cool, huh? So Luce saw this get delivered this morning. I've come down after work to drop some timber off. So this will be the floor for the cabin. And I thought I'd come down and dump it all in the container for now, and then that'll free the trailer up for the weekend. We can bring the generator and all the other stuff down as well. Finally putting some stuff on the block. Feels good. I think what we'll end up doing with this, because I'm not a huge fan of the look of shipping containers, to be honest. Like, they're fine, they're okay, but you know, when you've got your nice finished house and whatever, it's a bit of a, you know, industrial unit just kind of plonked on the side of your land. I think what we'll do is we'll keep this, tuck it away somewhere, and this is actually where we'll have all the power system when we finish building the house. So this will have, you know, inverters, batteries, all that kind of stuff tucked away, so it frees up loads of space in the house, it's secure, and we can move this around the block easily as well. So relocating it's not going to be a huge issue. So we'll try and, you know, make the most of it and look at it as an investment long term rather than just temporary storage. Still, for now, it's very cool. Glad we got it. And there we go. Right, so we made it down. It's about 10:30, and I think we've got everything that we need. Picked up a gazebo as well, so we'll get that set up first. And we've got some shade. It's going to be 30 degrees today, which is a nice surprise. Then I guess we'll get stuck straight into it. Already got 2 massive tears in it. Got our little footings placed out in position. Now we're going to spend some time leveling them all, try and get them as close to each other as we can. Just check the levels and they're all good. We'll call it there because it's getting a little late, and to do more work we need to get the generator going again. I don't really want to do that, so call it a day. Tomorrow we'll come back and measure the diagonals and make sure it's all super straight, and then we'll start getting the legs for these missing ones. So what's that, 5 more of them to do, and then all the joists in between. Shouldn't take us too long now that we've kind of know what we're doing, and who knows, maybe we'll start getting the plywood down as well. Day 2 of the cabin build, and we've just squared up the frame and I've just adjusted the levels slightly. I think we're ready to get properly stuck in now. We've got 8 of the 9 legs in now. These ones not butted up, but need a little bit more of a complicated cut. Get that centre joist in, and the middle one just needs a channel right through the centre. I did those last 2 with the chainsaw, but it's a bit heavy-handed. Makes a bit of a mess of it, so I'm going to try it with the mitre saw instead. There it is, end of day 2. Got ourselves the floor. We'll be back next week to start putting some walls together, get them up, and maybe the roof as well, get it all boxed in. But that was a strong start. Hello. It's now the Easter Monday. We didn't come down this weekend, just gone, because the weather's been really bad. Had storms in, so no point in trying to frame in the rain. And now we're down and we are well prepared for an extended stay. Got a fridge that's been lent to us by some good friends. Nat and Adam, as always, helping us out. And a little solar panel to keep that going. And hopefully we've got enough supplies to see us through the week. The intention is to stay until next Sunday. We think we've got all the materials we need. The only thing we don't have, as far as we're aware, is the roofing, which of course is pretty important, but no one stocks the lengths we need locally, so I'm gonna have to order that in and see if I can get it by the end of the week, which of course is when we'll need it anyway, so we've got a little bit of time. Who's this, Luce?
This is Jax. Jax is an escape artist.
Not a fan, are you, Maxie?
Jax.
So we've got the wall framed, we haven't done the nogs yet. We'll do that tomorrow. It's getting a little bit late and it is Easter Monday, so we don't want to annoy the neighbours too much. That's just gone 3. So I thought we'd quit it there. Don't want to run the generators or the saw, but we'll just finish one last thing and then we'll call it a day. We'll put the 2 uncut sheets of ply on, so these don't need to be cut to size. This is just the natural size of the wall. We'll get these fastened down and square the wall with it. And then tomorrow morning we can get that last sheet ripped, put in place, and then we can either raise the wall and put the nogs in afterwards, or even just flip the whole thing over. That's the end of construction for day 1. It's a very late start. We'll be here first thing in the morning, early start. I reckon it'll be up in no time. Now join us on a dreary Tuesday. Rained overnight and it's just been misting all morning, so we haven't started anything yet. Taking our time, having brekkie, and when we're confident it's going to burn off, we'll get the tarp off and start work. Trying to measure this last sheet of ply, get it cut accurately. I just need to weigh it down somehow. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, we're just about to try and raise the back wall. Got our brace beams in there. We'll put this last sheet of ply on once it's lifted up. We don't want to put too much weight on before we give it a hoik. So we've now got the back wall up. It's nice and square, secured in. The rain's rolling in as well, which ain't great, but whatever. It's become very apparent that we should have done the front wall first, which is much taller than the back wall. Doesn't leave us a whole lot of room to manoeuvre around in and then raise that front. But where there's a will, we'll get it done. Okay, we did a little bit more before we started on the front wall. We got that last sheet of ply in and all the nogs as well. So this wall is finished really. It's all secured to the floor as well. So now we can start on the front and get that secured. And I guess move on to the rafters. Just seen that the weather report has changed a bit and Friday's looking like a big downpour now. Feel like it's kind of working against us. So Lisa's getting on there with linseed oil, try and protect what we've got up already. And we'll just keep doing that as we go. And now we're in a bit of a mad rush to get it completely up and boxed in by Friday. So yeah, all systems go. Right, going to attempt to raise this wall, and there's not a whole lot of room to manoeuvre, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so the front wall came up without a hitch. but I'll be honest, it didn't look this big on paper. It's massive. Luce, that wall's like twice your height. Well, we're just gonna have to use the space, right? You know, use that storage and put in shelves, racks, whatever. Plants, obviously. Okay, now the Wednesday, and we both had a dreadful night's sleep. The wind was so rough last night. Yeah, so feeling pretty rinsed. But luckily, the wall stayed up. It's the main thing. I was kind of worried about that all night long. First thing we're going to do today is to get some sheets up on that front face, and that will just kind of hold it in square. We don't think we're going to sheet the whole thing, just enough to kind of give it some rigidity and then get some nogs in there as well. And then once that's done, we're going to move on to the rafters and try and get these two walls bridged. Another great day after what seemed like a miserable start. So we got the rafters in, and we built this first sidewall, and we got the front clad, semi-clad with the ply as well. So tomorrow we can do the other wall, of course, and then get the battens on the roof. And I'm gonna head off to try and get some roofing this evening. We're going to pack up as the sun's waning, and then I'm going to hitch up the trailer, head into town, see if I can get us prepped for tomorrow. And if we're real lucky, maybe we'll get it boxed in before the rain comes on Friday. Right, it's now the Thursday morning, just about still. Bit of a delayed start today. We just finished breakfast, woke up early, and I got some linseed oil on the battens, and then while I was doing it I kind of lost confidence in the battens themselves. So I ran out to get some much thicker, beefier timber for the battens instead, and by the time I came back the wind had just gone turbo. It was beautiful this morning, dead still, and yeah, come back to gale force winds, which is going to be tough when it comes to the roofing. I laid out the roofing sheets and they've already been strewn about the place. But we'll see how the day progresses. Hopefully we'll get a bit of respite in the afternoon. We'll be able to get up on the ladder and get that done. So just threw up the last wall. So now we've got all 6 sides of the cube. And we're going to put the ply up on this side, and that will just tie this in and give it a bit of rigidity. Then we'll probably get in and do the nogs all round, but we'll keep one side open because of course we don't have the doorway cut out, so we're going to need access, and we'll just leave the bracing in, and hopefully that'll be rigid enough to start clambering about up there and getting these roofing sheets on. So now we're just going to put some bracing in, get some nogs in there, and hopefully that'll firm up the whole structure, and then we'll start getting the roofing on. So we'll have tin either side and the polycarb in the middle, and this is just the bottom row, and then there'll be another row at the top there, make it square, and this will give us a little bit of shade, bit of protection, but also a lot of light because we're not going to have windows. So now I'm making a start getting the roofing up. I've got too few battens. It's really annoying. We're just gonna have to live with it or try and find some kind of support afterwards. Yeah, I'm kicking myself. We got the roofing finished, which is great, but we still have one open side and the rain's supposed to come in tomorrow. Luce reckons that the rain's not due until 9 AM, so we're gonna get up super early and just start hammering and see if we can get that side done up. Okay, it's first thing Friday, literally just got out of the tent. With a bit of rain in the night, but not the torrential rain that we were forecast, so that's good, although it is due to come in kind of mid-morning. Put some towels down, but they're dry, so the overhang protected it. Got a good wash. Doesn't look like any rain got in. I'll go and give it a proper inspection. But all the walls are dry, so I think it would be wise to get another coat of linseed on this wall. We'll cut out the doorway. If we can do that this morning, we'll be in a real good place. So there we have it, we have a cabin. All the walls are up. We still need to do the nogs on the last wall, but we've got our doorway cut out as well. I did mull at that, just trying to do it blind with a jigsaw, not the right tool. But I think once the door frame's kind of put in around it, that should hide my sins. Get this linseed on and I think we can say we beat the rain, kinda. Whoops. We can hide that, it's no trouble. We just come back from a supply run and heaven's opened. We've got some more tin. This is going to go inside where the bath will be, and we've got door jam materials, and I've got my extra battens as well. So big ticket things, check. Seems to be holding, there's no leaks, no obvious ones anyway. So I'll keep an eye out for that and see if any puddles show up. But otherwise it's looking pretty good. We reckon it's probably going to rain like this for the next 24 hours now. So I think we're just going to bunker down in the tent, maybe with a deck of cards and a beer, and just enjoy a day off, I think. So a really foggy, drizzly Saturday morning. We're going to try and do what we can inside. We've got some more sheets of tin, so we're going to put them up around where the bath will be, just make a bit of a splashback for that. And yeah, hopefully it will kind of clear up, dry out, and we can start on this door frame. Everything's filthy. There we go, got our splashbacky surround for the bath. Now the bath's freestanding, it's clawfoot. This isn't designed to actually be the shower, which is why we haven't got it going right to the ground there and bothered with waterproofing properly. This is just secondary. The bath will have a shower curtain right the way around, so you shouldn't see any direct splashing. It's just to kind of protect the walls because there will be some inevitable water, no doubt. That was just a piece of timber decking. Just found a short offcut lying in a pile, so we grabbed that. It's going to be a pretty good sill, I reckon. I can come back with a belt sander and just give it a bevel right along if we want to. But for now, that's pretty good. Just got our door jamb put together with our makeshift woodworking station. There we go, door jamb's in. So we'll get the stops in after lunch and try and get this door hung. This is a door we've had knocking about. It's been out in the weather and it's probably swollen and stretched and all over the shop. But Luce has tarted it up today, sanded it all back, cleaned the glass, got some linseed oil on it, and yeah, hopefully this is gonna serve us well, or at least do the job for the time that we need it to. Just had our first major issue. The screws that we bought for the hinges keep snapping off. It's just rubbish. So we've lost 2 in here, 1 up there. So the only option really is to move the hinges on the door and then cut 2 more recesses in the jamb. It's a lot of work, and of course we're going to need some screws that are going to work as well. Round the houses, but there we go. Perfect. No creaks, no rubs. Perfectly flush for a totally out of true door. Now woken up on Sunday, the last day here, and it's the wettest it's been. We weren't forecast any rain overnight, and I think about 4 a.m. it just started tipping down, and it's just not stopped. Today's only going to be a half day at best anyway. I've got a lot to pack down and get back home and then prepare for another week of work. So we're just going to try and get this door jamb done, and then I guess hopefully we've got a locking door and we can leave it in place until next week when we come back, carry on with it.
We did it!
Feel good? Is there enough knuckle room by the doorknob?
Yeah.
Well, there we go, functioning door. We can close the place. Ignore that. And that'll do us for another month. As always, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in May to carry on working on this cabin.